friends with these other people that like
See,
you?
see, everyone on the street, everyone is friends.
So Dad just kept quiet and didn't say nothing?
No, I didn't say because them doesn't know.
Yeah.
No, no sapeva loro, you know. And that's all.
Okay. So when did Dad ask you to come to Australia? Did Dad just send a letter and say, come to Australia, here's the money, or what did he do?
No, quella a metà dice che si faceva un engagement
Okay.
e dopo di un anno allora sono cominciata mi ha detto, dice guarda, se tu ti impari a cucire i pantaloni, quando vieni qua tu puoi trovare un lavoro per cucire i pantaloni, no? I fratelli tutti con lo muso storto, perché dopo io non potevo ir alla campagna e gli va a cucire, alla Giovanna, no? A imparare a cucire. E loro volevo fare pure la sazzi prima, ma le fratelle me l'ha fatto fare. Dice, chi ci va alla campagna? Dice, siete voi, volevo dire, siamo.
So back then, yeah.
Ma se chi poteva dire, papà?
Yes, I know, because he was here in Australia. So he organised for you to be officially engaged. Then he told you to go learn how to sew because he was thinking you could come to Australia and sew.
Allora erano belle, quando adesso che andavamo nell'Australia.
So how did it come out that you're going to come to Australia?
Mio padre.
How did it all come out? Did Papa write to your father?
Yes, lui ha scritto a mio padre.
And what did he say?
Che ne voleva. No.
What did Dad say?
Dad, it's up to me, not him. It's up to me se voleva venire all'Australia o stare all'Italia. Ma io volevo stare più all'Italia. Volevo venire all'Australia.
So would he have come back to Italy?
Chi?
Dad, if you said, no, I want to stay in Italy, would he have gone back to Italy and married you?
No. Lui non me ne for sure. Yeah,
so
I can't me ne faccia palemos.
So you had to come to Australia to marry Dad? And you wanted to come to Australia, is that right?
Yeah.
Why did you want to come to Australia?
Because ero stanca dell'Italia.
You were sick of Italy? Sick of what?
Del lavoro.
Of the work? Of working in the garden?
Yeah.
And that's because your brothers wouldn't let you
sew? Che cosa?
Your brothers wouldn't let you keep learning how to sew.
No.
They wanted you to stop.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They wanted you to work in the garden.
No, ma io già ero engaging in lui, allora facevo quello che volevo io.
Okay,
non toccava loro anymore. That's all.
So you're engaged to Dad and you weren't listening to anyone anymore. Okay. And then what did your father say to you when he realised?
My father non voleva che veniva all'Australia.
He didn't want you to come.
Lui per scena cose, mi ha detto e tu vieni all'Australia, non ci sta, ti vedi dormire sotto alle queste, you know.
Le lamiere?
Dentro le lamiere ti vedi dormire, mi diceva. E io una volta io sono sposta dopo. Chi sapeva lui che io mi veniva a dormire dentro le lamiere?
So they didn't know much about Australia back then, but they knew about the, not colourblind, what's it called? The roof sheets.
Yeah.
The zinc sheets that you used to have as fences, as roofs and stuff.
Yeah.
They knew that was in Australia. And he said, oh, you're just going to Australia, you're going to end up sleeping under one of those roofs, like it's going to be, like you're just going to shit.
E dice allora che non ci sta quello, non ci sta l'uvino, non ci sta questo, tanta cosa, ma volesse, e che a lui dopo si è ammalato, se no le faceva venire qua, pagava gli lui e faceva vedere se ci stava il ramiero o non ci stava l'uvino o non ci stava quello.
So he didn't want you to come here because he didn't think that there was nothing here.
Yeah.
There was no wine, there wasn't a good life, the stuff that you loved there. He didn't think you had that here. So why didn't he come here? Why didn't he come here with you when you came here to get married?
Mio padre?
Yeah. Because all your sisters and brothers were older.
No. Lui già era abbastanza anziano.
How old would he have been when you got married?
E dopo sono venuta lui 59. Sono venuta lui 59 qua.
Yeah, you came 59.
E lui quando è morto aveva 73 anni.
He was 73 when he died. He was 73.
Ma non mi ricordo quando li tenevo quando sono venuti qua all'Australia.
He couldn't have been that old.
Chi?
How much longer after you came to us? He died like more than 10 years later.
Quando sono venuti dall'Italia?
No. When did Nonna die? After many years that you had come to Australia?
Anyway, dopo 6 anni che era qua, siamo andati all'Italia. Papà era 90 e gli 6 anni che era all'Australia. Quando siamo andati la prima volta.
Yes, so your first trip was 6 years after you came to Australia.
Yeah.
So you didn't see your father for 6 years?
No.
And you only wrote to each other?
Yeah.
Letters?
Yes.
Okay.
And then siamo arrivati là, siamo stati per 6 mesi, siamo lasciati l'Australia, ma un mese andava, perché in la nave, no? Si andava in la nave allora, e allora ci prendeva 27-28 giorni andati e dopo altrettanto quando siamo tornati di nuovo. E se ne è quasi 2 mesi e 4 mesi siamo stati proprio all'Italia.
So after the 6 years you went to see your family again,
Yeah.
really? You and Dad? It took you a month to get there because you travelled by ship?
Yeah.
And you stayed with them for another 4 months and then you came back for another month on the ship?
Yeah.
So 6 months you're away from Australia?
Yeah.
And
quando siamo andati là, siamo trovati il padre che era ammalato. Io nonno era ammalato.
When you went there 6 years later, what was he sick with?
Non ci ha fatto sapere niente, se no ci ha rovinato l'holiday. Perché dopo, dove volevi ir? Che siamo andati in Argentina, il padre della comare Sabbia e un altro giovanotto. Eravamo in un gruppo. Io, papà, il padre della comare e d'Argentina, mia marito e Pina aveva 5 anni.
So when you went back, your father was sick, but what was he sick with? What do you mean he was sick? Did he have
dopo che io sono tornato.
What was he sick with?
Lui faceva le prete all'urina.
Oh, so he had kidney stones? And he was sick with the kidney stones?
Yeah, kidney.
Okay.
E dopo Anyway. Prima se pure gli diceva, a dove sono stato 2 anni a casa in affitto pure io, dove portava a casa dell'altro.
So for 2 years you were renting here in Australia. But when you went to see your father and your family, you already had a house, didn't you?
Yes, allora sì.
Okay.
Allora era
The house that you're living
la
in
casa
now.
mia.
Okay.
Sempre comprate la casa, le siamo finite a pagare e dopo
You saved to go to Italy.
siamo ido all'Italia.
Okay.
Quando sono venuta qua, siamo lavorati di nuovo e siamo inviati alla Vagliante.
Okay.
E siamo fatto il garage.
Okay. So
That's it.
when you went to Italy, did you ask your father to come to Australia? Why didn't you just pay for his trip to come to Australia?
No, ma non veniva lui, non veniva.
Why wouldn't he come?
Guai, la gente di prima, né mi voleva far venire me, figurati.
But he was a clever man. He was a clever man.
Yes, he was.
So he should have known that Australia was somewhere where you could build a future. Why didn't he come? Because his family went to America and did the same thing. Why didn't he want to try and come to Australia? Was it too different?
I don't know. Che la gente di prima non è come la gente di mo. You know.
Was he scared of travelling?
That's right. Yeah. Ma allora era in quella nave, era più meglio, you know. Ma still. Yeah. At least da solo non veniva, si stava qualche compagnia, you know.
So no one would go with him then? Yes.
I'm sure che non veniva.
Because he could have come back with you.
Allora poteva, ma allora non eravamo che pochi tempi per. Allora dovevi passare la visita a Roma. Se ne eri buono, che ti faceva venire l'Australia? Aspetta tu.
Yeah, but if he was to come to Australia, like if you immigrate to Australia or emigrate, you need to pass like health checks and all this kind of thing. So Nonna, if he came here for a holiday, he wouldn't have to do that, would he? It's only if he come here to live.
Ma non lo so questo, non mi ricordo se potevi fare questo.
Okay.
Sì.
Because I wondered why Nonna, because he had money, he had plenty of family to look after everything. Why didn't he come to Australia? I never understood that. He just wasn't interested.
Sa credevo che insisteva la casa, insisteva a mangiare.
So when you went back and he could see that you were well off and you'd done well, what did he say to you?
Oh, and then he was very happy.
So what did he say?
Then, no, one day they see me to mangiare pomodoro.
You were eating tomato.
Before, I didn't eat pomodoro all'Italia. E when they see me mangiare tomato, mi ha guardato storto, ha detto, che si patite la fame all'Australia?
So Mum didn't like eating tomatoes, but when she went back to Italy, she was eating tomatoes there. And he thought, maybe she was dying of hunger in Australia and had to eat tomatoes, and now all of a sudden she's eating tomatoes. Did you tell him there's plenty of food, plenty of work, plenty of homes, everything?
Sì, sempre portato il video.
Oh, you brought a video?
Yes, hanno portato il video, sempre fatto vedere tutta la casa, tutte cose.
And what did he say?
Then he was happy.
Oh, so he saw your house and everything.
Ci ha fatto una bella sopravvita a me e lui.
A coat.
Coat,
So
yes.
he bought you
Ma
and Dad a coat.
era beautiful.
Mm,
Sono tenuti parecchi anni qua.
mm.
Yeah.
So that was just a gift.
Yeah, just a gift.
Yeah.
Ma
Was it-
every morning he was come dead him house and bring la pezzo di formaggio,
So-
cheese. Every morning.
So you had to sleep at Dad's house when you went back. You slept.
Oh, yes,
You stayed
yes.
at Dad's house.
Yes.
And he'd come visit you every morning with cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
So did he? What did he? Did he expect you to be different? Did he expect anything different? What did he think was going to happen?
No, nothing in the end.
No.
No.
Did
no.
he ask you about Australia?
Oh yeah, of course he asked. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Ma papà ci ha fatto vedere tutto il video, you know. Yeah.
And did you miss Italy then? Or
Huh?
were you happy you were in Australia, or did you miss Italy?
But I miss the family, of course I miss the family.
Yeah.
I was the 1st December, sono arrivata qua all'Australia e il 3 di dicembre sono sposato. After 3 days. La testa girava ancora da sopra la nave. And we stopped to Melbourne. Lui è venuto a Melbourne a prendermi. Perché qua a Adelaide non si fermava le navi. He come to Melbourne pick up me.
So when this is when you came the first time, you actually had to, the port was in Melbourne, so you had to get off in Melbourne.
Yes.
And we had people that you knew in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So Dad had to leave Adelaide to go to Melbourne to meet with you.
Yeah.
And you talked about the wedding then.
Yeah, the
So
wedding.
what was the arrangement? Because you were both engaged.
Yes.
You left Italy engaged.
Yes.
But did you know that you were going to be married 2 days after you arrived in Australia?
No.
So there was no wedding day?
No, I didn't. Joan, ha detto, ma chi è da fare a Adelaide? Dice, non tenete nessuno. Dice, we stop here for 1 week, aggiustate le carte, la veste me l'hanno data, è tutta... All'prima sono arrivata, il 3 di dicembre sono sposata.
So when you arrived on the 1st in Australia, you had no wedding date, but you were engaged. And you didn't know when you were going to get married, but Jovan, who's your, I don't know, second, third cousin, said to you to stay for a week, get married in Melbourne because you had some family friends distant in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And you were able to use someone else's wedding dress.
Yes.
So you stayed with Jovan as well?
Yes,
in
1
Melbourne.
week. 1 week.
So Dad stayed with them as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So you came on the 1st of December,
Yeah.
1959,
Yes.
and got married on the 3rd of December, 1959.
No. Yeah.
And you wore, what's her name?
Che cosa?
The wedding dress belonged to who?
È una ragazza che aveva sposato 15 giorni prima che sono arrivati io.
Okay, so someone got married 2 weeks before. They managed to get this wedding dress.
Yeah, la veste era beautiful.
And
Tutte cose,
Mum
madonna.
wore her dress for the wedding.
Yeah,
And the wedding was at home,
home.
at Giovanna's
Giovanna's
house.
house, yeah.
Okay.
Eravamo una quindicina di persone.
About 15 people.
Yeah. Se me ne va qua, dove gli va via? A dove facevo? La camera del letto.
Okay, so you got married And then when did you leave Melbourne? So you stayed there for a week?
Yes. Ma loro non volevano che noi almeno stessi un altro 2 giorni, così diciamo morto, sta sotto a terra. Giovanni faceva tante cose per non ci ci ha fatto perdere il treno quella sera.
To come to Adelaide.
E no, quella sera che portavamo a Adelaide. Oddio, mi sono scordata di qua, questi che 60 anni fa. Mi sono scordata di qua, ma mi è tornato. E stavo a tornare, ha fatto finta lo baga. Che si aveva scordato di qualcosa e ci ha fatto perdere il treno, apposta.
So when did you actually left on the 3rd, so then you had planned to leave earlier. You were going to leave Melbourne earlier.
Yeah.
And her cousin Joanne, who's like a 3rd cousin or something, he's a bit of a trickster and used to always be a bit of a comic and a bit cheeky type thing. He did not want him to leave Melbourne. He wanted them to stay in Melbourne. So he actually made excuses to make them run late for the train and miss it. So they missed the train to come to Adelaide, which meant that they had to come and leave on the 3rd. So did you come by train?
Yeah.
On the 3rd? Okay. So you must have been going the day before then, I guess.
Yeah, dopo la sera.
So the next night?
Next night siamo partiti.
Okay, so you were supposed to leave the next day?
Yeah.
You left the day after that?
E quelle no, perché loro, San Michele, il padre e la mamma di Angela, sapeva che arrivavamo tale mattina.
Yeah.
E ci ha avuto a telefonare, ma così a telefonare, ha avuto a telefonare.
So you had to reorganise everyone to pick you up and
Si è
everything.
perduto il treno.
Okay, so when you got the train, you came to Adelaide. Then what happened?
And then we go to alla casa di Angela.
Yeah. Which was where?
Yeah, e là c'avevamo la camera dello letto.
Where was that?
Dove sta il peccatino?
In the street of the
Lo
Piccadilly.
street,
Is that it's not
Come
King
si
Street?
chiama
I
quello?
can't remember what it's
Mettere
called.
sempre...
Sorry? Childers Street. Childers Street?
Childers Street,
Yeah, in North Adelaide.
Yeah, North Adelaide. Allora siamo stati in affitto in una famiglia.
So you stayed rented with a family, and what did the house look like to you?
Sempre lo corridoio era da quando è Long West, perché le camere, stava nel corridoio e le camere tutte hanno letto, tutte hanno l'altro fianco.
Yeah.
Che 2 camere da letto, no, 3 era, la camera loro, la camera mia e la camera delle figlie. E dove stava la cucina, no, la camera da Domagnevi, e stava una cucinetta così, Allora stava una cucinetta che l'altro fianco, e stava un bagno appresso. E that's it. Quello muro era tutto muro.
So it was a single-fronted villa with a very long corridor.
Yeah.
And what did you say it looked like to Dad?
Che mi sei portata ad andare a questo dello treno, allora.
So you thought it looked like a train with the
Yeah.
long corridor and rooms
Yeah.
to the side.
Yeah.
So a single-fronted villa.
Uh,
Oh well, you stayed there for how long?
2 years.
2 years, renting.
And
One
then-
room.
One room and la cucina together.
Okay, and Dad had bought the furniture and everything for the
Yeah,
bedroom.
yeah. Le furniture, lo letto, che la tavola che tengo ancora, alla, ci facciamo le prima d'ora.
The brown table.
The green one.
That was just
The green
one.
one. Queste,
Yeah, the green table, I remember.
anche 4 sedie.
So that
And
green
then-
table that we do the tomatoes on under the veranda, is their original kitchen table from when they came from
16
Italy.
is 60 years old.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. All right.
Yeah. E poi pure alla camera addossavano i figli, no? Perché la cucina, quella, c'aveva la tavola loro, no? Là mangiavamo, no? Dentro alla camera del letto ci capivo. E le si è messa alla camera dove dormivano i figli.
So you used to put your kitchen table went into the bedroom and you had your own bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Adesso perché nella madre l'ufficio usava l'ufficio loro, ci mettevano un po' di carne, you know.
And did you work straight away?
Nearly, perché io il primo lavoro sono stata a Melbourne Street a lavorare, a pulire la casa, una casa.
Cleaning a house, yeah.
Yeah, clean up the house, 2 hours.
And that was your first job here?
The first job. And then stavo con getto di aspirina, dovevo andare, lavoravo allo Calvary e sì, sempre domandavo per il lavoro, no? Full time. Allora dovevo andare holiday, you know, 5 mesi, 5 settimane. Allora quando tu vuoi venire a lavorare, io vai allo posto mio e dici io vai a holiday per 5 settimane. And then, oh yes, of course.
So someone gave you a job in the kitchen?
No, la cucina.
At the Calvary?
At the Calvary, ma prima sono fatti che lavorava dove mangiava le nurse, allora stavano le nurse che mangiava, dormiva e lavorava.
Like a dormitory type thing.
Stavano in una camera così grossa.
So what did you do there? You cooked for them? Did you cook for them?
No, cook. Serve.
Oh, you served
them? Mangiava veniva dalla cucina.
Okay. So you served the
lavare
nurses?
I piatti, pulire I piatti, e dopo si doveva mettere tutti i piatti, forchette per la sera, per mangiare un giorno e la sera.
So you were serving the nurses at Calvary Hospital?
Yeah.
In some, like a dormitory arrangement?
E sono fatti 5 settimane all'OC. Dopo quando la congetta era venuta, la boss di là mi voleva all'OC. Non so potuto mai un lavoro. E l'assistente della cucina mi voleva là. E lì che venivo l'unico là, tutte e due, chi mi volevano via e chi mi volevano.
So the people that Mum worked for at the Calvary must have thought she was a very good worker because they fought over her to stay with them.
E sono cominciate per le 5 settimane, ci sono fatte 9 anni.
So you ended up working at the Calvary for 9 years, okay.
Dopo di là, allora la sister Rita mi ha preso lui, essa mi voleva la cucina.
So you ended up working in the kitchen?
Yeah, e allora I did Nonni's.
And you worked with lots of Italians
Then
in the
I'm nato
kitchen?
Tonino e poi sono lasciato un po', 2 years. Sono stata alla casa per lui, non mi voleva fare più.
Yeah, so after Tony was born, which was after the 9 years, Mum left work because Dad didn't want her to work. Just look after Tony.
Yeah. And then la sera, lavorava la sera, not yet. Lui tornava alle 4, era already home, e egli va a lavorare al gruppo laundry.
Yeah, that was later, you worked in the laundry.
Yeah.